Dave here from LDX Design, and I just wanted to show you this cool little trick that I came up with for LearnDash course grid elements. I had somebody come to me and they weren't happy with how these were resizing on smaller screens and mobile devices. So you've got all of your grid items. Here we have 3 different columns, and as we bring the screen down, what most things do and what LearnDash does by default is just stack these grid items on top of each other. It does create for a very long page. In this instance, you'll see they just have a lot of content and it's just a ton of vertical scrolling. And one thing that's very common on mobile devices these days is a horizontal scroll where you just swipe from left to right to go to different elements. So I wanted to see if I could create that, and I came up with some CSS to do that. So I will leave all of the CSS down in the comments. There's not really that much CSS to write, so I'll put it down all in the comments, and then I'll also link to the article where I explain what each one of these different CSS properties do and why they're necessary. And then there are a couple of things you can tweak on your own. There's some width and max width properties that you can play around with a little bit if you want a different feel. But here is what we're going to create. Instead of these all just stacking on top of each other, I'm going to come over here and just activate my CSS, and you'll notice that we now have this really nice carousel for all of these grid items. We have some scroll snapping that is happening, which ensures that when you scroll that these guys are stuck right in the middle. So you'll see that there's the perfect amount here on the left and the right. And as we scroll, it'll snap and stop right in the middle with a nice little transition. And this works for all of their different course grids that they have on this page. So it's just a really simple, easy way to improve the LearnDash course grid and just give your viewers a little different experience on mobile. The code that I'm providing does just target devices under 768 pixels. You can also easily change that to whatever you want, but that's the common sort of size between tablets and mobile that I decided to use here. If you wanted to create something like this on larger screens, you could just remove the media query altogether and just use the CSS. But over here on the right side of the screen, you can see the CSS I used. And like I said, I'll link to the article so you guys can, if you want to understand what this CSS is doing, you can do that. If not, you can simply just copy all of the CSS that I have just as it is right here and paste it into the customizer or into your child theme, wherever you'd like for your site. And it should work out of the box with no changes. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you in the next video.